Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moonride, where we're channeling the man in the moon. If you are feeling under a lot of pressure right now, just watching the things that are going on, this is completely normal. This is an extremely stressful time. Transition is being made in the universe between one way of being and another, and it is very, very difficult. I want to note that my clients who are calling me more and more are looking for this sort of spiritual release. They're really getting ready to make the transition on their own. So while at the same time it is really hard to watch and it's really difficult, there are some positive things coming out, and that is that people are turning to their spirituality, not just spirituality following a guru, but for their own selves. This really is a revolution going on, and of course there's going to be really negatives, but there will also be opportunities. I would just encourage all of you to not necessarily sit in front of the television and take it all in, because it's just going to be overwhelming for you. There's got to be a moment of peace. I don't care if you're religious or not, but just take a moment and whatever spirituality means for you, just start asking those questions, maybe meditating. If that doesn't work for you, you can do guided meditations. There's a host of ways that you can go about this. It's going to be different for everyone. Now is the time to go into the self and just discover yourself in a new way. This will really help you. Now, as I talk about this, I am just wondering, hey, what's on the horizon for us? And dang, that Trump, he just always shows up. Yeah, no matter what I do. And I start out with an open slate. It's always Trump, right? And again, just notice this, what's Trump really doing? He's just getting himself on TV a lot. Obviously, he's doing really terrible things, but he's also getting in our space, our mental space a lot. So, what are we going to do with this? What about Donald Trump? It's a really crazy image. So, as usual, I see him throwing the fireballs, right? This is like he keeps trying to attack. You might have noticed recently he tried to do a bunch of attacks on people like, Susan Rice and stuff like that. And, it's really, truly nothing is there. So that he's failing. Take heart in the fact that his attacks are no longer working the way they used to. Notice something else, and that is the tent is coming down. I can't help but think of this as a metaphor. It's like bring all the people into your tent, but I literally see the central post of the tent collapsing, right? And it's like Donald Trump's tent. All the people that are coming in to sort of be part of the new Republican Party, that tent is collapsing. I mean, on one hand, he's killing his constituents. The people who are potentially would vote for him are dying because he's negligent. Obviously, that's taken out a lot of people that aren't supporting him. But this action of, let's call it what it is, manslaughter. I mean, we could say genocide. This action is really also causing a response from others. So although minorities are adversely affected in stronger ways than others, everybody is noticing this. And please note that there are very good people who are not minorities, who are outraged at this, who find it appalling, who are disgusted. Obviously, there's some horrible fascists who think otherwise. But understand that it is making a difference that watching others suffer, for even a centrist person or even a person who's a little bit conservative, it is affecting them and it is causing them to go against Donald. People, even if we don't agree with you politically, they still have a heart. Some of them, maybe not all, but some of them have a heart. So it's not, again, I keep seeing that tent come down, and it's like well, of course it is. It's a national tragedy. It's a disaster. That's what I'm seeing. It's like a disaster. The tent is coming down. Trump, as usual, is frantic. He is absolutely frantic. Whenever you see the news and you think, oh, God, this is so terrible, realize that it's a million times more terrible for Trump. He is really going nuts right now. He is looking down the barrel of a gun. He doesn't have many options. He's really freaked out. And man, he's doing whatever, the medical, how he takes the flu meds to kind of give him an upper. He's doing that a lot. It's causing health problems for him that are even more severe. And I get that he's not really taking that hydrochloroquine or whatever it is. He's not really doing that. He's just saying that for a contract. He would never do something like that. He would never risk his own life. He just throws that out there to make you get upset and argue with them, and then we're going to talk about the arguing instead of the realities. Look, I'm sitting in a boardroom, and there's Donald Trump at the end. And people are getting up from the table. They're leaving. They're like, look, we don't want to be part of this company anymore. And they're literally getting up as he speaks and not saying a word and just leaving. One after another is getting up from the table. Lindsey Graham still sitting there. But he's feeling remorse. Yeah, Graham has realized that he's made a mistake. You notice you don't hear many Republicans supporting Trump. You don't hear you might hear a few governors, but you don't hear one single senator come out in support of any of Trump's ideas. Okay, here's a great image. Trump swimming, right? And he gets to the boat, and there's all these senators in the boat, and he throws his body onto the side, and of course it's all about him. So he tips over the boat, and he sends all of the senators into the water, right? So they're having difficulty swimming themselves, and now they're going to take a piece. Now they're going to fight to see who gets in the boat, right? So now they're going to start attacking each other. So in a way, there's very intense things going on, but some of them are this may have been the only way that we really could have disrupted this movement towards really a dictatorship. Day after day, the news is going to be bad for Donald. He's ripping papers up. It's like he's ripping up bits of the Constitution almost. He's willing to challenge the Constitution any way he can. Tell me more. I keep seeing Susan Rice. And I know that she was just in the news recently because Trump tried to claim some stuff about her. But she's looking really good. She's looking really graceful. She's looking very smart. It just makes me think that Biden might pick her as a VP. I don't think this is totally decided yet, but she's just kind of she's gone up a couple of notches. And I see her in a new role. I don't know why, but I see her in a new role. I don't know if it's VP or not. They're just showing me her standing in front of a kind of official looking home. Okay. What else, Spirit, do people need to know right now? A vessel. Again, I keep seeing a vessel. And this time the vessel looks like it's sinking. And maybe the vessel's even been hit. That's what it feels like. It's been hit by some kind of missile, underwater torpedo, and it's taking the lives of many people. It looks like an Army vessel, or should I say Navy vessel. And I should say American Navy vessel. That's what they look like. Yeah, that's American. Okay, I can see their uniforms. It could be an aircraft carrier, perhaps. Hmm. I don't necessarily see it in the Middle East or any place. I see it actually more near, you know, Scandinavia. It might even that it's going in and around, you know, near Ukraine, maybe. Trump looks really shocked. So, I mean, my initial instinct is to say that, is it Putin? Did Putin have something to do with this? Hmm. I always hate to look at Putin. Bringing in my protection here right now, you guys. Very important. Hmm. Okay. Well, just tell me if Putin's involved. I don't need to talk to him. It's not exactly direct. It feels like he has something to do with it, but it's not direct. The thing that's really important about this is Trump's absolute shock on his face. Like he was just had. Right? Whatever promises somebody made, they just completely messed him up. He has been had. And he's trying to patch it up. Trump's trying to patch up the whatever happened and blame somebody else and make it better. And it's just not happening. He's not able to get out of this quagmire. Mm. You know, there may be more than one ship. It looks like ships in other places in the world are having issues. One thing you might notice is how much America has lost worldwide. We have lost a good deal of ground. So we removed all the help for Syria. We have backed out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership. We have really seriously receded, and as we have done so, we've given up a lot of ground to, you know, other powers. And the feeling that I get is that this is going to become evident. And will become evident before the election. So what else do we want to know? Well, Spirit is kind of saying that's enough for now. There again, we just want to direct you. Don't spend your whole day going into the negative. It's great to be informed, but take what you've learned and go into whatever spiritual work that you're going to do. If that means activism, if that means helping your neighbor, whatever it is, go into that place and try to counteract the negatives with a positive. So if you're feeling kind of overwhelmed by the negative information, go out and do something that's useful, that's helpful for another. And it could be the simplest thing. But try to counteract this. At least you will feel more empowered, and you are more empowered. And if you really are a spiritual type, look at this as an opportunity. Maybe you have a little bit more time at home or whatever. Look at this as an opportunity to, you know, intensify your practice or try something new. I really, really recommend that. Now is the time for us to open up spiritually. In some ways, we don't have many choices other than opening up spiritually. And notice the positives. Notice that there are good things happening as a result of this crisis. And they're also just giving me a lot of strong feelings that Trump will lose every single day that we get towards the election. He'll lose more and more and more people, not just literally through death, but also just not that many people will support him as we move into the future. The tent is coming down, you guys, and the Republican Party will never be the same afterwards. All right. Thanks so much for watching.